Ladies and gentlemen, now the big question in the community is I've spent 3 days beating up Adam Warlock. Where's my goddamn money, Kabam? Where are my rewards? Where are my Alliance ranked rewards? I was promised Titan crystals. I was promised 7 stars. I got champions I want to rank up. I've got people to bully in Battlegrounds. Where is my stuff, Kabam? However, we have an update from Kabamasaurus Rex on this one, saying similar to Alliance Quest rewards, ranked rewards will pay out early in the week following the conclusion of the event. So currently, if we have a look in game, this is on the, the 7-day timer. You have your Alliance weeks, and Coliseum falls within that. So the next week starts in 21 hours. So it is the daily reset time. Tomorrow, when you get all of the new daily quests, which is about 6 o'clock English time. Now, on this one as well, since the Coliseum is a brand new quest, a brand new game mode, the team is going to be taking some additional time to vet the leaderboard for cheaters to ensure that the leaderboard is fair and accurate before rewards pay out. They don't expect this to take too long, but the rewards will likely make their way to you past Monday. So I assume that means Tuesday or Wednesday, and not actually Monday itself, because it's past Monday, not Monday. So that is my assumption on that one, that we should be expecting these rewards are still going to take a couple more days to get delivered there. Which does make sense. I've heard reports and comments from people, when we were looking at some of the best runs, you've got people doing these crazy runs like Liam doing 39 health bars with crossbones, and then, some guy in the comment section being like, but my Alliance mate, who's level 42, did 90 bars on hard mode with like a 3-star Howard the Duck or something like that. So yeah, there were cheats. There were some people trying to exploit Alliance Coliseum. So, this is the debut here. I assume they're, setting up anti-cheats and vetting and just trying to make sure everything is hopefully in a better position for round 2. Now, this is an important thing about this post as well. As a reminder, Solo Coliseum is on pace to launch in January. Very excited for that one, but the next Alliance Coliseum is going to be the end of December, so we've actually got like a couple of weeks until we have the next Alliance Coliseum coming, and there's actually a bit of information that has been slightly given away via both the Alliance Coliseum Round 1. You can see at the back, you've got 2 champions, right? You've got Count Nefaria and you've got Adam Warlock. We just fought Adam Warlock, so we got Count Nefaria over here, and then this matches up with what we have in the Alliance Coliseum breakdown video from Marvel Contest of Champions. So essentially, we pretty much know Nefaria is almost guaranteed to be the next boss coming. And there's a couple of hints as to champions that might be pretty good for this fight, assuming that no other variables have changed, but we can never be too certain on that one. So yeah, Big Nefaria is an unawakened Nefaria as well, so he's not going to steal all of your hit points there, which is quite a nice time. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how Nefaria is going to work, because Nefaria's Special 1 versus Adam Warlock's Special 1 is I would love to be dodging Adam Warlock's Special 1 all day now, but Nefaria's Special 1 is very tricky. I'm not too sure if you can get the full evade on it. I think it's got some very precise timing, but I think even one of the just evade guides I looked up for Count Nefaria's specials is like, yeah, maybe try and evade it and then like partially block it, just for a bit of consistency there. But also looking at this Seatinma is on full health, has been in the fight for, what is it, nearly 3 minutes there? So maybe the block damage, especially below 10 health bars, might not be that bad, and potentially you can also maybe heal with the willpower mastery as well. So yeah, I'm curious to see exactly what happens there. The thing I'm probably most worried about on Nefaria is actually this unblockable charge that I see here. So this one seemed a bit present throughout the fight, that Nefaria will go unblockable. So unblockable plus Special 1 could equal you getting absolutely wrecked there. There are a few more clips from Nefaria. We see actually a really good run with Yondu here. 26 health bars cleared. So Yondu, maybe doing some good things. I mean, Yondu performed exceptionally well against the Adam Warlock. And I think as well in Nefaria, where you've got these specials and you could just get Absolutely wrecked. Maybe those characters with assisted evade might be very, very valuable. But I assume once you get to the more power gain state of Nefaria as well, you will want to, you know, potentially just be pushing this man to special 2 and dodging them. But you can see here, actually, just on this very brief Yondu clip, if we have a look at the end, you can see the unblockable come up on Nefaria here, and he's got a charge of it. And then, yeah, I assume you have to get like a pretty sick special 2 decks. So I'd have a little bit of practice, you know, if you're a little bit rusty on Find Count Nefaria, because once you do get really to the hard part of this fight, and we saw this with Adam Warlock as well, it's just like a lot of special 2 baiting. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see some of the differences. But yeah, this is a pretty insane run with Yondu there, just a very small clip of it in that one. And there's also, I believe, again, Crossbones Dude was the greatest champion, was the #1 result for Adam Warlock. And Crossbones here, I'm looking at his time, dude, 330. I'm looking at health bars, he's got 13. Crossbones has 39 Furies at this point, so it looks like Crossbones could potentially be doing some work. And also, we're 3.5 minutes in, and the block damage doesn't seem too bad there as well. So yeah, I'm curious to see what Nefaria is going to be like. Just initially, maybe looks like a bit more of a pain than Adam Warlock, but I'm just curious to see kind of the differences between the fights as well. But we do have, again, a few hints in this video as to what is going to happen. You'll also see in the middle of that special 1 as well, and this could be potentially the tricky part of Count Nefaria, is like the unblockable does proc and then get triggered for one of those hits. So yeah, the unblockable looks like it is going to be maybe a little bit menacing, but we'll see if there are good ways around it. Again, I think maybe Yondu and just having the mitigation there. But even here, was this a one-shot? Yeah, it was. Okay, I mean, you know, at that point as well, he's got like, I don't know, like 650% more damage. So I wouldn't say like I'm entirely surprised, but yeah, that unblockable looks pretty lethal there, especially with a very tough to evade special 1. So yeah, a little bit cautious about this Nefaria going in. I think he's going to be certainly a bit of an interesting one. But I also just want to give a massive shout out to Liam for having the highest run on Crossbones with 39 health bar clears. This was with using ability accuracy to disable the sleep node though, which kind of became the meta for the first round of Alliance Coliseum. And then yeah, he just is building up like Giga Furies and full sending at the end, 91 Furies on a 7-star rank 4 Crossbones. So yeah, I wasn't sure whether or not, like, Crossbones would be viable without the synergy kind of extending the Fury duration, but what I have learned from this first round is just do not sleep on the best players with Crossbones do, because they're doing some crazy, crazy things. So yeah, shout out to Liam for that. Liam also had, and I think this is a slightly more underrated run, an incredible run with Cassie Lang, where he managed to do 22 health bars. The Power Sting ramp up on Cassie is just awesome. So yeah, did a really, really good job there. And it's nice to see Cassie. I thought Cassie was going to be quite good and is a little bit of a sleeper. But yeah, Cassie was putting in some very solid work as well. And then obviously we had the very famous and viral run by Closer, taking out 32 health bars with Onslaught. So yeah, Onslaught also failing the node was a way to go. And She-Hulk managed to get, in the end, I think MSD only uploaded the run of 24 health bars against Adam Warlock, but the highest he actually got was 29 bars. So yeah, 29 I think was the record without like actively disabling the sleep node, because that was the thing that was wrecking a lot of people. But yeah, it was really cool to see kind of like which champions were coming out and meta and just like interesting options for the Adam Warlock boss. But yeah, I'm curious to see how the next one goes and what kind of additional nodes and mechanics are in play. I'm most worried about the combination of Nefaria's special 1 and the unblockable node. That is the thing that scares me the most. But again, this could have changed. This is just like test footage here, so anything could be a little bit different when the Nefaria actually arrives. But yeah, we're gonna have to see on that one. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this breakdown of the Alliance Coliseum rewards update, and also a bit of a look at what the the next boss is likely going to be. Just, you know, if you have any time over the next few weeks, just get good at, like, trying to fully dex or avoid as much as possible of Count Nefaria's Special 1 and Special 2, if you want to come in prepared, because I think that's one of my mistakes. I practiced a little bit against Adam Warlock, but I think knowing what I know about this game mode now, I just want to make sure, like, I'm just really good at dexing the specials by the time this boss comes around. So you kind of just know it like clockwork, and when you're deep into the fight and you got a lot of pressure, it just feels easy because you've done it so many times before. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.